So we've set our initial volume blend using the Mix Assistant, and it's taken us through to the Visual Mixer window here, and we have everything arranged. Now, the Visual Mixer is a really, really cool feature. This was already in Neutron 2, and now we still have it in Neutron 3, but with the expanded Mix Assistant functionality added. Now, once we've used Mix Assistant, as I said, we're taken through into this window, and it shows us the volume balance that Mix Assistant has produced. If we click on a sound on our sidebar here, it will actually illuminate in the window so we can see it and we can adjust it accordingly. Now on this kind of XY panel here, we can actually move things around in the stereo field and also boost them in level or turn them down. Now using this XY pad here, we can arrange sounds in stereo field and also their volume balance. Now you have to be careful, because if we actually drag a sound out and move it somewhere, we'll actually change the balance of our Mix Assistant. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a snapshot. So if I click on this plus button here, we've now created a snapshot A. Now any changes I do now, I can add them into snapshot B or C, and I won't be affecting my initial balance. So let's say we wanted to turn up the snare. So I'll choose the snare here. We can boost it up in volume. Now let's change that as snapshot B, and then you'll see we can actually flick between the two. Now what we can also do, as I said, is move things left and right. So let's say we wanted to move this guitar a little bit to the left. Now what you can also do is actually limit the direction of movement. So say we wanted to keep the same volume for this, we just wanted to take it to the right in terms of panning. If you hold down Shift, you can do that as well. So it limits the direction of movement. So that way we can actually pan things. We can also actually change the stereo field of sounds, widen them or make them more narrow, which is quite a neat feature as well. And of course, these are all linking through to our relay parameters. So if I go to guitar 2, I'll just make that disappear for a second. And you'll see that as we move this, it's changing the panning and changing the volume. So that's how this whole process is working. It's using these individual relay plugins we put on there. Okay, so I'm going to try out some different settings for this mix. So first of all, I'm going to boost up the snare on the live section. I'm going to slightly turn down the kick. I'm going to set that as snapshot A. Okay, I'm going to slightly boost up the overheads. And I'm going to set that as B. I don't think it needs the overheads adjusted actually. Just turn down the kick slightly. Okay, so in this mix that I've been given, a lot of the sounds are already adjusted to be left and right. Shopping in the thrift store, babe. So you can see here, for example, the guitars are bounced with the panning included. So actually there's no need for me to pan things around, but I could do it with the Visual Mixer as well if I wanted to. Now just something to say, we can actually adjust the kind of screen real estate that the Visual Mixer uses like so. So you get a nice big window to be able to work with, which is really nice. Okay, so hopefully you can see that once we've set the initial Mix Assistant balance, that we did at the beginning, we can use the visual mixer to further tweak this. And depending on the kind of mix it is, so if we didn't have this panning baked in, we could also be kind of visualizing our stereo field using this as well. And of course, on sounds that we want to be mono, that have stereo information, we can also go in and actually kind of monoize them or choose how mono we want them to be. So let's say I want to make these basses mono, we can do that within this area as well. So it's just a great way of seeing how much space things are taking up in the stereo field, where they're positioned left and right, and how loud they are. Really, really nice feature of Neutron 3. Okay, so that's the visual mixer and how we can use it to tweak the settings that we have from the Mix Assistant. So now we've set our mix balance using Visual Mixer. In the next video, we're going to have a look at some basic gating and subtractive EQ.